It really is about you having the power and needing to be more confident in your ability to really make this happen for yourself. With the siren here, and it says a temptation may lead you astray. To me, that's the Seven of Cups, because the Seven of Cups, like I said, it can be about us feeling a little bit overwhelmed, different directions to go in, different choices, something that we are thinking about. But I feel like with the Page of Swords energy being here, that this is Spirit saying, maybe take some time to ask some questions, get some advice, do some research. For some of you where it is, it makes sense to look things up, right? Do the research, okay? Because the Page of Swords is about learning. It's about, asking questions, seeking answers, getting more information, okay? And then I'm also seeing that we do have the Hermit energy here too. And so the Hermit is going to be about a need for you to really kind of spend some time in reflection and maybe even think about, what is it that I'm really asking for? Is it something that I truly, truly want, in my life? And if I do, what are the steps that I need to take in order for me to get there? And with the temptation may lead you astray, it could be that there are some things that are, kind of different messages, different signals, you kind of being torn in different directions, especially with all of those bats that are kind of like circling around. And it's bad enough that she's got all of these cups down here, but now she's got all of these bats that are kind of like circling around her like crazy. And it could be that you feel like you're being torn in many different directions and you kind of just don't know which way to go, what to choose. And so I feel like with the Hermit, it's kind of like that need for kind of spending some time in solitude so that you can really tune in to your intuition, because there could be many things along your path, that are kind of like, let's just say, bright and shiny, and may kind of like lead you in one direction, but that's not the direction that Spirit may be trying to help you, to guide you to. So it's really important for you to really take some time, to spend some time alone, reflection, introspection. Where is my soul calling me to? Because the Hermit is, it can be an energy that is very helpful for us to really kind of find our inner compass. And with the Queen of Wands energy, it's all about passion and desire and creativity and us having the confidence within ourselves to be able to keep that, that willpower and that momentum to kind of bring something forward and bring it into fruition. And I feel like Spirit's saying you have the power to do so, but this is about, I feel like, kind of clearing the clutter, I feel like, out of your mind, because the Seven of Cups can definitely bring in a lot of mental fogginess. And so with the potions and spells, it says a pinch of this, a dash of that, be sure you're sure before you call. Okay? So it's almost like, what are you asking for? And are you sure that this is going to be the thing that your spirit, your soul is kind of calling you or leading you into that direction? Because with a pinch of this and a dash of that, it's like, to me, that's all about manifestation, right? You're manifesting something here, something that you want, something that you feel, and I feel like with the focus here, it's all about you kind of setting your sights on it, focusing on it, coming up with a plan. Like I said, with the Page of Swords energy here, it's going to be about research, learning, trying to get all the answers, right, that you need so that you can make the best possible decision for yourself. And you're not keeping yourself kind of stuck in an illusion either, right? You're looking at reality. What is tangible? What can I really make happen in this situation, whatever that could be? Okay, so let's get some additional guidance for you. Pile one, but I do feel like this is a yes. I feel like Spirit's just saying you have the power, right? Focus, really focus on what you're doing so that you can kind of line up with it and kind of bring yourself to that place of not allowing the outside noise or anything to kind of throw you off your path, because the Queen of Wands type of energy is one that is not going to allow any type of challenges or obstacles as she's moving towards her goal. She's not going to allow the little things to kind of throw her off. And to me, for some of you with that Seven of Cups, it could be that you're maybe kind of getting in your head about it. It could be maybe even fearful or doubtful that you're going to make the wrong choice. So you make no choice at all. Right? So if you really want this to happen, all of that, and if you look at that focus energy, so there's all of this firepower energy, it's kind of surrounding her. So I do feel like it's a yes. It's just a need for really also kind of grounding your energy and focusing on what steps are needed in order to make this happen. Okay. So let's see here. It can also be changing your thoughts too, right? Changing your thoughts, really kind of trying to understand yourself fully and what it is that you're trying to make happen here. So let's see. What is your advice, guidance on your question today? So only take what resonates, okay? Because many of you are going to have some very different questions for this. So take what fits. Pile 1, what is your advice, your guidance? Okay, so we have stop. And it says the conditions are not safe to continue on this path. Allow the universe to right any imbalance. And that I will say, because we have this Seven of Cups energy here and we have a temptation may lead you astray, for some of you, it could be that you're getting a little bit, like I said, a little bit clouded. And it could be that you are kind of getting a little bit thrown off with what you may think you want, or maybe kind of, I don't know, it just kind of makes me feel like, are you like a need for kind of just thinking about things very clearly? And that to me, like the Hermit energy is a little bit of a pause, right? Let's get the head straight. Let's really take some time to think about something, because you cannot move forward in this clouded energy, okay? You cannot, because that right here, the Seven of Cups, is not focused, right? And that's where Spirit is saying, take some time, take a breather, take some time to think about things and really kind of tune in. So if you feel like, I just want to go just right now, right? This is Spirit saying there is some clouded energy that's here. We have to clear this away. In order for us to clear this away, we have to take that time to really reflect within the self, right? Really think through something. Okay, because this is Spirit saying, be sure you're sure before you call, right? Before you ask for something, you're asking your spirit guides to help you or to give you the clarity that you need. And if you got some confused energy here, or, kind of stuck in an illusion of how things are going to be, right? That's really a need for you to ground yourself and for you to be sure what it is that you're asking for, what you're asking, to kind of have happen into your life so that you can kind of move forward. So this is Spirit saying those conditions are not safe, and it's because of the clouded mindset. So we need to ground the energy so then we can focus on what it is, right? Because these things can definitely be throwing you off. So let's see. What is your advice, your guidance for your question today? Okay, so we have Divine Portal here, and it says, get ready to awaken your connection to the spirit realm. The divine forces are helping you transform your life. Okay, so Spirit's trying to help you get in alignment, like I said, but you might have a whole, bunch of noise kind of going on in your mind, and kind of like this way, that way, this way, that way, and you just like stop for a second. You cannot move forward like that. So let's see. We also have happiness here, okay? And it says positive energy is flowing around you and within you. Stay optimistic. There's a lot of good coming your way, which is absolutely beautiful news for you. Pile 1. So let's see what other messages does Spirit have for you about your question today. We have the chakras, and it says your chakras are out of balance. Align your internal energies and help release physical and emotional blockages. Okay. And then we also have a new dawn, and it says the worst is behind you. Exciting new experiences are on the horizon. And then we also have pampering here, okay? And it says make time to pamper yourself, rest, and have a moment of stillness, right? That's what we're saying with that Hermit. to relax and restore your body and mind. Okay, so for some of you, yeah, it could be that chakras are a little bit out of balance, and that could be leading to why there is a little bit of this clouded type of energy. So again, take a break, take some time, clear your mind, really think about things. Let's get some more messages here. What is pile one's advice and guidance for their yes or no question today? We have signs, and it says pay attention to the signs, and it says what messages are you ignoring? Okay, what messages are you ignoring from Spirit? With Spirit trying to help you, you know, what are you ignoring? What are you not seeing? That's why Spirit's saying stop, don't go any further, right? We also have the spell jar, and it says don't keep things bottled up, and it also says unleash the power within you. Okay, with all that Queen of Wands energy, it's like you can definitely make this happen, but we need to kind of approach it in a way that is going to be very, discipline focused. We also have Elder here, and it says someone enters your life to help, and it says look to those with more experience. Okay, so this can even be asking for guidance, somebody maybe that you trust, that you can maybe ask for advice that's going to be able to help you. Okay, let's see what else. One more, pile one. What is your guidance and advice for your yes or no question today? We also have the altar, and it says protect your personal space and your boundaries are being violated. Okay, now that can be with romantic partners, friends, co-workers, family members, and if you have, let's just say, a particular family member around you or loved one or someone around you, that can also be something that's throwing off your chakras, your balance, right, Tio? Because I feel like you guys are totally the Queen of Wands, okay? And maybe it is a need for just kind of slowing down, grounding yourself, protecting your space, maybe setting some boundaries, because it could be that someone else's energy too is also affecting yours, right? We've got chakras out of balance here, a need for pampering and resting, clouded energy here, I'm not trying to say that you're a hot mess, but for some of you, you may kind of feel that way, kind of like, I need to figure this out, I need to get it together and really kind of focus on what I'm doing here. Okay, so grounding yourself, balancing out the chakras. You guys can use sound bowls, you can do meditation, you can sit outside and ground yourself in nature, exercising, you can listen to solfeggio frequencies on YouTube, you can, listen to any kind of, music, something that really helps you to kind of release a lot of that energy, right? That blocked or even kind of mixed up energy there, so you really learn how to also protect your energy so you can focus, right? And that may mean kind of removing yourself from stressful situations or away from people that are kind of, you feel like they're just kind of throwing you off, the energy's off. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, pal number one. I hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Paltus. So for those of you that chose this pile here with the Tarot of Haunted House, this is going to be a reading today. So we're going to look at your tarot, your oracle cards, and then I'm also going to bring in some additional oracle messages to kind of give you some guidance and advice on your situation with your yes or no question. So let's look at the tarot first. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Moon. And then we also have the Ten of Wands. We have Intuition. We also have the Raven, and it says darkness looms on the horizon. And then we also have Trapped. Okay, you can see this crow that's kind of trapped in this cage. Okay, so what I'm really kind of getting for this pile, I feel like your answer here is no. Okay, and we're going to talk about why. With the moon energy here. Okay, and for some of you, this could be, maybe this is a no, and maybe there's a need for some type of shift, some type of change. within the situation, or it could be, that this may just not be something that is meant for you or possible for you, maybe at this time. Okay, really depends on what your situation is, because all of you are going to be in very different situations for this question, for this pile. Okay, but starting off with the moon energy, the moon can bring in a lot of clouded judgment. It can be a very deceptive energy that keeps us stuck in an illusion. Okay, the moon can bring about a lot of irrational or subconscious fears, not being able to see clearly. Maybe there's something about the situation that you're in that you're not seeing, right? And then I'm noticing that we have trapped here. So the trapped energy could be that you are literally keeping yourself stuck. Okay, you're keeping yourself stuck. And it could be trapped in that illusion, or are you in some way deceiving yourself, okay, about maybe say the subject, about this situation that you have for your question today. Okay, the trapped can also be that there is some type of blockage, maybe that there is, preventing you from achieving this, if it's some type of goal or if it's something that you're really wanting here. For some of you, I am seeing that this could be about a past love connection. Okay, the Six of Cups energy here, and this is only for those of you that this is pertaining to that, but I am getting that message here. Okay, with the Six of Cups energy, this can sometimes be when we are feeling very nostalgic over something from the past, and sometimes we are holding on to memories, or we could be holding on to a particular person. So I feel like with the moon energy being here, that this does bring in a lot of uncertainty, a lot of, a need, I feel like, for adapting to some type of change, or even accepting of the change maybe that has kind of happened within your life. Okay. What else am I seeing here? Yeah, I'm just feeling like it's kind of bringing in an energy of confusion, okay? The Ten of Wands energy here can also be carrying a lot of burdens, heaviness, stress. For some of you, it could have been, a very challenging, very long, difficult road, very stressful, right? A lot of heaviness, a lot of burdens, maybe a lot of difficulty or challenge that you face with whatever this situation is. And I'm seeing the Page of Wands energy here, and how it looks like she's kind of trying to maybe hold this little light of energy there in between her. And I feel like more so with this Page of Wands energy here, it's almost like Spirit is wanting you to be able to let go of a lot of this stress or this heaviness that you're carrying or holding on to. And a lot of that can be a lot of subconscious stuff. Okay, I feel like the focus here for you with the Page of Wands is to be able to move on, or move forward, or choose a different path, choose a different direction with this Page of Wands, because the Page of Wands is about starting down a new path, a new journey, exploring something new, exploring your passions, your creativity. It can be taking you into a little bit of a different direction. And so also with the darkness looms over the horizon, to me that darkness can also be what is kind of happening within your subconscious mind. Are you kind of keeping yourself in a clouded energy, or is there a bunch of irrational fear, right, that is kind of blocking you in the situation? So with the intuition card here, it says you hold the answers. It says you know the truths. Ancient ones await behind the doors of the mind, right? So it may be that your intuition is also already telling you, what needs to happen in this situation. Because it could be that you're kind of stuck in a mindset of maybe holding on to this idea that maybe that you're wanting to have happen. And it may not necessarily what is maybe say in alignment for you. Okay, this trapped energy, like I said earlier, can be being trapped in your own mind, being trapped in a like maybe paralyzed, by fear, or by insecurities, or by worrying, or So I'm kind of feeling that this is not something that the path is clear for you. for you to move forward. With the darkness looms on the horizon, to me, it's like Spirit may be trying to warn you that this isn't the path. This isn't the path that is meant for you. Okay? Trying to help you with that. Okay? Like I said, that moon energy can bring in a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of us being deceived or keeping ourselves stuck in an illusion of something. Okay? So I'm definitely feeling that there is a need for you to really kind of maybe focus, right? If you're someone who's like obsessively thinking about something or someone or about a situation, that energy is not helping you to really kind of gain clarity in this situation for you, right? It's like your spirit is saying your intuition already knows what the truth is, but maybe you're not seeing it. Maybe there's something that's not clear to you about the situation, or even something that you're not ready to accept. Okay? And that in itself can kind of be keeping you stuck. So I'm not seeing this as something in which you're able to kind of move forward. There's some type of blockage, some type of limitation. And I'm feeling like Spirit is kind of wanting you to also focus on bringing your energy into balance so that you are able to maybe move forward from this and really kind of focus your energy elsewhere. Okay? So let's get into some oracle messages and see what other messages of advice, guidance the Spirit has for you about this situation. Right? Some of you with that Six of Cups can definitely be stuck in the past. Okay? Holding on to something. Okay, so it says, if you take too long to decide, worries, ego, limiting beliefs, and the opinion of others will begin to creep in. And for some of you, I'm seeing that may have been something that's already happened. Okay? Something that is affecting this situation. We also have passion here, and it says there's untapped potential. It's time to take action on your passion and make magic happen. And that's kind of what I'm seeing with this Page of Wands. It's kind of like Spirit's trying to help you to move into a different direction. Okay, so I feel like whatever this is, Spirit is saying no, right? It could be guiding you elsewhere. Okay, we do have true love, and it says it is safe for you to love. Open up your heart again and create an emotional flow. Okay, like I was saying, for some of you, this could be about love, and it could be that you're maybe, say, if it is someone from the past, that you're keeping yourself stuck in an illusion or a fantasy, right? And it's deceiving you. And this is something that's keeping you stuck, right? And it's like the darkness here looming over the horizon is like Spirit saying the only not so great energy is coming from this. Okay? It maybe say not having a positive outcome for you, and that could be something that you're blinded to, or not really seeing, or not being able to kind of see clearly at this time. Okay? For others of you where this is, like I said, about a love situation, it's like Spirit wanting you, for some of your intuition could be telling you to move on, or to move forward, or to kind of go into a different direction, or to choose something else, right? And for some of you, it could be a need for you to really kind of open yourself up to other opportunities, right? And that's why Spirit is wanting you to guide you onto a new path, because with this Ten of Wands, this is us holding on to all of our baggage, all of our stuff from the past. This is time for us to kind of let go of it, right? A need for letting go, a need for release, right? Of everything that we're holding on to and carrying. So let's see what else here. What is pile two's advice, guidance on their yes or no question? Okay, so we also have protection here, and it says you are protected from the tongues that are not wise. Okay, so this can even be people that are, don't have your best interests at heart, people that are jealous, people that are, maybe filling you with a bunch of negative stuff or saying negative things to you, right? And this is Spirit really letting you know that they are doing everything that they can to really protect you from these type of people or anybody that is not good for you, right? Not good for you, not good around you, whether it's friends, romantic partners, any of that type of situation. Okay. Put these back. Okay, so pile two. What is your advice, your guidance? Okay, so we have break free here. And it says break free from what's holding you back and move forward. Don't wait for the change, create it. Okay, like I said, for some of you, I was getting this energy where you are kind of stuck, right? And this is keeping you stuck in an illusion. So, Okay, so we also have treasure here, and it says an unexpected windfall will soon be yours. You will feel you have it all, a very auspicious time, okay? So many of you, there's a need to let go of whatever this is, right? Or understand and accept that this could be a no for you, but there's a blessing in it, right? And it's because Spirit is trying to align you with something better. We also have friendships here, and it says get ready to meet new people or connect deeper with friends. It will help bring new energy to your soul. Okay, so yeah, I'm just feeling like there's a lot of maybe some stagnancy here with trying to maybe force the situation with this, and just kind of really needing to accept that this may not necessarily be something that's in alignment for you. There's something better. Okay, so pile 2, what is your advice, your guidance? Okay, so we have Wiccan magic, and it says work with the magical energies. Also, spell work will help you get ahead. Okay, so for those of you that are, into magic and things of that nature, this is Spirit saying that can also be something that does help you to get ahead. Okay, work with the magical energies, and that could really be working with, the law of attraction, working with your manifestation abilities to really kind of help to have the best possible outcome, okay, for yourself. But yeah, there's something I'm feeling you're needing to let go of. Okay. We have calories here, and it says this is a creative period for you, and new ideas could also bring you prosperity. Okay. And then we have a visualization, and it says if you visualize it, materialize it. Focus on what you can control. Okay, things that are within your control, not when you're trying to control a situation in which, say, another person is involved, right? But something that you can control. Something that you have power over to make happen for yourself. Okay? So what is your advice, your guidance? We also have bad behavior comes with a price. And it says careful of those you have wronged. Okay? So this is also being careful, right? And it can also be people that have also wronged you as well, I feel like. Okay? Bad behavior comes with a price. So if there is some type of karmic justice to be had, I feel like this is Spirit's way of saying that there will be karmic justice that is brought into this situation. Okay, I'm also noticing how there's a judge up here too, right? Which is kind of remind me of the justice card. So careful of those you have wronged, right? It's also being aware of your own thoughts, your own behavior, your own actions towards other people. And if there's anyone that's really kind of had their hand in treating you a certain way, and this is really Spirit saying trust, right? Bad behavior comes with a price. There will be justice that comes with the situation. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So for those of you that resonated with the Madam Lydia Wilhelmina's card, this is going to be a reading. So we're asking yes or no for any question that you might have on your mind. So we're going to look at your tarot and then the oracle cards, and then we're going to bring in some additional oracle to kind of get some advice and guidance from Spirit on your situation as well. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands, we have Strength, we have the Knight of Wands, and then we also have the Page of Swords. We have All Hallows Eve. We have the Serpent. And then we also have Confidence. Okay, so let me just take a second. Okay, so I do feel like your answer to your question, pile number 1, is a yes. Okay, and I feel like with the 10 of Wands energy here, we're going to start off with that. The 10 of Wands energy can really be when we are putting a lot of effort, a lot of hard work. We may also be under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, and sometimes this can be a need for us to take a break, release some of the burdens, heaviness, responsibilities that we're kind of holding on to. Okay? With the strength energy here, I'm getting that this is really Spirit wanting you to continue to find that focus and that balance within yourself, to really kind of balance out your energies from within yourself, okay, and really start to believe in your willpower and your determination to move towards this and with success. I feel like we do have confidence here. So it's like Spirit's really wanting you to be more confident in yourself, in your abilities, whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest here for yourself. And I'm noticing that this Page of Swords, she's also got this like glowing energy ball right within her hands here. And so this can also be a need for you to really kind of, I'm noticing there's a little house here that almost looks like she's building this house, you know? So for some of you, it can really be focusing on, you know, the foundation in which you are really trying to build here, or maybe taking a deeper look into things. The Page of Swords is about research, information, gathering knowledge, things of that nature. So it can be a need for you to really kind of look at things. And if you are someone who's kind of like feeling like just stressed and just like so much weight that you're carrying, this is a need, you know, to take a break, take a rest, take some time to really kind of ground, I feel like, those energies. Then you have the Knight of Wands here. And the Knight of Wands is an energy of passion and drive, kind of like that driving force within you. And with the Serpent here, it says a sly and subtle approach is needed, right? So this is going to be very skillfully trying to approach the situation to kind of make it happen, right? And then we have All Hallows Eve, and it says, call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. Cast an unforgiven howl as you stomp your might through the ground. You know, so to me, this is some pretty powerful energy of you being able to achieve whatever this may be. It's about you kind of finding that internal power and kind of keeping those energies under control that are making you feel afraid or lacking courage or lacking the drive or the willpower to move forward with something with confidence, right? Because the Knight of Wands is a very powerful energy of, you know, unbridled energy, courage, you know, a very daring energy. It's action and being idealistic about something. So, you know, thinking about that firepower energy, it's that energy that's going to help you to be able to kind of complete your task. So if you have been really working really hard to try to make this happen, it's really basically the Spirit saying, don't give up, right? Don't give up, because you're almost there. But also maybe a little bit skillfully, right? Because this is where Spirit is saying a sly and subtle approach is needed. So that may be where some of you with the Page of Swords energy here are needing to kind of gather some more information, right? What do I need to say? What do I need to do? How do I make this work, right? You're kind of taking a look at a bigger picture perspective of things. And then once you kind of figure it out, this energy here of your unforgiven howl, right? As you stomp your might through the ground, it's like you're confident about what you're doing and how you're going to make it happen. You're not giving up. You're bringing all of that firepower energy, you know? So yeah, I feel like Spirit's saying, be confident, you know that this is something that's definitely possible for you to make happen here. Okay, so don't give up. So let's look at some additional messages, advice, and guidance for you that Spirit feels you need at this time. So pile 3, what is your messages of advice and guidance for your yes or no question today? We have Tarot. It says, ask Tarot for guidance. We're doing that right now. Okay, it says, be present. The future is not here. Okay? The future is not here yet. So this is also Spirit wanting you to keep yourself grounded. Okay, in the present moment. What is your advice and your guidance? We have visualization, and it says, if you visualize it, materialize it. And it says, focus on what you can control. Okay? You yourself, what you can control in the situation, whatever it may be. Right? Not trying to force, let's just say if it is a situation that involves another person, you can't force another person, right, to do something. It's all about what can you do, right? What are your superpowers, pals? 3. Okay. So we have money spell here, and it says a good time to invest, and it also says attracting money, making opportunities. Okay, so for some of you, this can also be a really good time for you to focus on manifesting abundance, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, opportunities for yourself can be a lucky time for that. Okay, so we also have it is safe to take off the mask, and it says careful who you pretend to be, right? So it's also Spirit wanting you to focus on being your most authentic self. Okay, be true to yourself, not wearing a mask of, being the false self or the self that you feel like is more liked by people, right? It's like Spirit's wanting you to be you, be authentically you. Okay. We also have the magic wand, and it says energy flows where attention goes. Focus and ignore the noise, right? So don't focus on all the things that you don't want to have happen. Focus on what you're doing, on what you are manifesting, not on all the things that could go wrong. And what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this, let's focus on what your power is to manifest whatever this is, okay? We also have the spell jar, and it says don't keep things bottled up, and it says unleash the power within you, right? So those of you that maybe have like some creative ideas, right? Creative ideas that you want to have, that you have, and you want to make manifest, right? This is about you kind of letting it out. Let that creativity out. Ideas, inspiration, things that you're really wanting here. So that's another message for you guys. So what is Pile 3's advice, guidance today for their yes or no? Okay, so we have communication here, and it says there's a message from the heart trying to be expressed. Be mindful of what you say and use discernment. Okay, so this message could be something that your heart is wanting to communicate. It can also be something that someone else is wanting to communicate. But the Spirit saying be mindful of what you say and be discerning. Right? To make sure, especially if you're receiving that communication from another person, make sure that that person is someone who's being very honest with you or very truthful. Okay? Straightforward in there. Okay? We also have empowerment here, and it says give yourself permission to practice your power. You're more powerful than you realize. Let's see what else. We also have you're not built to shrink down to less, but to blossom into more, bloom and spark with no holding back, right? So it's like Spirit truly wanting you to step into your power here, okay? We also have say no, and it says say no to toxic connections, say no to tainted offers, and any influences around you that are harmful, okay? So that can be a little bit of extra advice for you if there's something going on, especially for those of you that somebody is expressing something to you and you totally don't believe them, or there's just something, that feels off to you, right? No to toxic connections, no to tainted love offers, and any influence around you that are harmful, okay? Toxic friends, co-workers, family members, jobs, whatever the situation could be. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, Pile 3. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 4. So for those of you that resonated with the Horror Tarot deck, this is going to be your reading for the pile that you've chosen. So we are going to look at your tarot. We'll pull out some of the oracle cards, and then I do have some additional oracle messages to add on for you guys for additional messages, advice, guidance, whatever Spirit wants to let you know at this time. So yes or no, we've got the Queen of Wands. We have the Death card. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And then we also have the Queen of Swords. We have Elements. The Golem. And then we also have Vision here. Okay. So I do feel like the answer to your yes or no question is a yes. However, I am feeling that there is a little bit more information that I'm needing, especially for your Death card here, because The Death card is about some type of ending, something that needs to come to an end. The Death card is also about transformation. Okay? So we want to look at that a little bit more, but I feel like the answer is yes here. Okay, and we'll go over the information in just a second. I want to get some clarifiers for this Death card so I can kind of see. So why is the Death card here for pile number 4? Okay, hold on just a second. These cards are like slipping right out of my hands. Pile number 4. Why is the Death card here? Okay, so we do have the Empress. We also have the Ace of Swords, and sorry guys, I have to cover up some of the imagery in this stack. And then we also have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting here is that your answer is a yes. However, there is a need for you to, I feel like, let go of a lot of the anxiety, fears, worries, and to really kind of gain some clarity. So with the Death card, it could be an end to the overthinking, the overanalyzing, and a need for truly stepping into your power here, because we do have the Empress. Okay, she's under here, the Empress. And the Empress is about, feminine energy within the tarot. This is about, birthing new ideas. It's about self-love. It's about, us really feeling complete, whole, balanced. It's, the Empress is all about abundance, prosperity, manifestation, fertility, growth, expansion, all of these beautiful energies here. And so I feel like Spirit is wanting you to truly start to really believe in yourself. Okay? Because with the Ace of Swords energy here, this is about clarity, right? And it could be that this is Spirit saying, bring an end to the worrying and the stresses and truly believe that you have this power within you of the Empress to make things happen, right? And that's what the Empress is all about. She's all about birthing things, right? Literally with children and things of that nature, but also with ideas, with creative ideas that you have, manifesting abundance for yourself, manifesting opportunities. And the Empress is a representation of our creativity, our creative energy. And so it's a need for you to truly believe in yourself, believe in your power, clear away, bring an end to any of the self-sabotaging thoughts, the worries, the anxieties, the fears of that I can't do this or I can't make this happen. Okay? I'm also feeling there's a need for you to be patient, okay, with things, with manifesting, because we also have the Queen of Wands energy here, and the Queen of Wands is a powerful energy. It's about us being more confident in ourselves and, our self-esteem, our self-worth, especially with the Empress, and about us nurturing, right? Nurturing these ideas or nurturing this plan, nurturing ourselves, taking better care of ourselves, right? So that we can really work on getting our energies that level of believing that we have the power to create or, to make something happen. The Queen of Wands is also this energy that does not give up, right? She's not going to stop for, some type of a little blockage or roadblock that's there. If she has a goal, she's sticking to it. That's it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. She's making it happen. Okay? So you got that Queen of Wands energy. I'm also noticing that you do have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is about taking decisive action, right? And you can't take decisive action if you, say, have lowered self-esteem. You have lowered self-worth. You don't believe in yourself, right? You don't love yourself. There's anxieties, there's fears, there's blockages, there's insecurities that are getting in the way, doubting yourself. Right? The Seven of Pentacles being here is also, first off, about being patient, right? It's about us putting and nurturing, the seeds that we've planted into whatever it is that we're trying to manifest into our life. The Seven of Pentacles can also be asking you, what are you giving your energy to at this time, right? Is it paying off? Are you seeing how the fruits of your labor are paying off? Or do you feel like some of those things that you have in your garden, right, the things that you've been working towards, do you feel like some of those things are not really, manifesting in the way that you wanted them to? Sometimes that can lead, to an energy of frustration where we feel like we put so much time and energy into something and we feel so anxious about how it's going to happen, how it's going to work out, when it's going to happen, when it's going to be here, right? And the Seven of Pentacles is really telling us that as long as we continue to nurture it, ourself, the ideas, our vision, our plans, and take decisive action from a clear headspace, right, and remain objective to it, that we're able to kind of make clear, informed decisions and take the actions that we really need to. So with vision being here, it's also a need for you kind of envisioning yourself as being successful in the situation and about allowing those actions to follow suit with that, so that you are not just kind of sitting around waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to manifest, but you continue to put forth that energy that's going to help you to manifest this into your life. Okay, we do have the Golem here, and it says a close friend acts on your behalf. So some of you can even be that, maybe there's nothing to worry about and you're worrying anyways, right? You have maybe self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging thoughts that are kind of getting in the way. And it can be that there is someone that's going to be coming into your life to help you, to assist you, to give you guidance, to maybe give you advice that's going to help you to kind of get the clarity that you need, right? So that you can stay kind of focused on your vision. So I am seeing Spirit saying, be patient. It's a yes, but be patient, right? Things are still kind of in motion here, and you need to continue to direct your energy towards that of which you want, not what you don't want, right? Not the worries, not the fears. It's all about staying focused. So we also have the elements here, and it says, remember to feel the warmth pulsing through her womb. You are a child of mother. True harmony awaits you, right? So to me, this is all of that Empress energy, right? The Empress, like I said, is a representation of birth, fertility, things of that nature. And this powerful and feminine energy is one, regardless of what your gender is, we all have this feminine energy within us. And that is, like I said, our passions, our creativity, our ability to create, right? To manifest with our creativity. So very much feminine energy. So this is Spirit saying that, feel it in a way, kind of symbolically, feel that energy pulsing within you about this thing, whatever this is, manifesting it, creating it, right? Bring it into fruition, bring it into the 3D, and focus on that, because this is you having to recognize that you are a powerful being. You are someone who's very powerful. You have the ability to manifest whatever this is in your life. Okay? True harmony awaits you is telling you that this is possible, right? Keep your sights clear on what that is. And it could be, like I said, somebody coming in, helping you, guiding you, giving you advice. Be open to that. Okay, because Spirit is going to be helping us and guiding us in, with many different downloads, dreams. It could be even communication that comes from a family member or for a friend. And we have to be open to listening. We have to be open to sometimes understanding that when Spirit gives or feeds messages through other people, we have to just listen. We have to be open and say, okay, you know what? Maybe this is the way Spirit is bringing me this message, and maybe this was something that I was ignoring or something that I wasn't paying attention to. And Spirit is kind of like putting it right in my face to really help me to see things clearly. Okay, so let's go into some oracle messages here to get some additional advice, guidance for your yes or no question today. Okay. So pile number 4, what is your additional advice, guidance, any other messages that Spirit has for you today with your yes or no question? We have crowning here. And it says you're being initiated right now. Let go of who you were and embrace the mystery of who you have yet to become, right? So there is this powerful energy that's shifting here. We've got the Death card, the Empress. So for some of you, I'm also seeing this, is that you are kind of really working on this feminine energy, right? Kind of like getting out of your own way, right? No more self-sabotage, no more anxious, worry, fearful thoughts. It's like you're stepping into your power to actually create it, to manifest it, okay? Some of you with the crowning energy too, because it's, very feminine word energy. If you think about, the birth of a child crowning, right, coming into the world, to me, it could be symbolic of you kind of becoming and birthing your new version of self, the new empowered version of you, okay, where things are possible, right? It's all about you believing in yourself. So let's see. We have build anew, and it says don't stop trying to fix what is beyond repair. This is your chance to build something different. Okay, so for those of you, maybe you've been putting all of your energy towards something that wasn't working, this is Spirit saying now's your chance to build something new, right? So take a look at where you're putting your energy, and is it still worth it for you to feed your energy, right, to that? Or is it time for you to plant a new seed for something new? Okay. Okay, so we do have celebrate here. And it says, celebrate the progress you've made and appreciate all that you already have. You've come a long way. Okay? So even if you feel like, you know what, I put so much work in, I'm not even where I want to be yet. Look at where you've come from. Right? Look at how much you've sacrificed, maybe how much you've kind of really done for yourself, right? And be proud of that. Take time to celebrate those little milestones. Okay. Okay, so we have communication here, and it says there's a message from the heart trying to be expressed. Be mindful of what you say and use discernment. Okay, so that can even be for some of you that are receiving communication from another person, or maybe even something your own heart is really trying to communicate to you. Okay, we also have options here, and it says you may be focusing too much on one thing or person that you're failing to see there's other great options. Okay? And then we also have good luck here, and it says luck is on your side. Everything you touch will turn into gold and masterpieces, right? Because you have all of that empowered energy there, the Empress, Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Let's see what else. Okay, so we also have nature, and it says develop a connection with nature, spend more time outdoors. We also have the third eye, and it says trust your intuition. It says you're connected to other realms, okay? So your intuition being your best friend, trust your gut feeling. Don't let the fears get out in the way, because those are something that cloud, right? Cloud or judgment. We also have someone enters your life to help, okay? And you have two messages for that already. The Golem and the Elder. Someone enters your life to help, and it says look to those with more experience. Okay. And then we also have fire here, and it says, like a phoenix, you will rise. You're undergoing huge changes. Okay, so that's some really beautiful energy for you, pile number 4. So I'm going to leave it here for you guys. I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one.